Now on CoastTV News.
Stop at the sign. A new all-way intersection in Milton is taking drivers a little bit of getting used to. Slow down in Bethany. The beach town has a new speed limit on one of its well-traveled roads. What you need to know so you don't get a ticket. Dramatic video of a fiery Route 50 crash. What we learned from first responders today. And reattached and ready. The Gaza Pier is back where it's supposed to be, and now aid can start flowing into the region.
Looks like the first day of summertime is coming in, roaring like a lion as it comes to the heat and the humidity. Already seeing an excessive heat watch in effect for the northern parts of the state. But what about the rest of us?
This is CoastTV News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our news at 11 and happy Juneteenth. We'll get to our coverage of the holiday in just a bit, but we begin tonight with a simple change to a tricky intersection. For a full week now, a new four-way stop has been in effect at Harbison Road, Shingle Point Road, and Chestnut Street in Milton. The intersection used to look like this, but now it looks a little more like this in order to increase safety and visibility. DelDOT says the change was needed because depending on which way you're driving, certain turns have a blind spot. But one problem locals are seeing is some drivers are blowing right through that intersection without stopping at all.
A lot of out-of-towners that come in, they don't realize that the speed limit is 35 or 25, and they're constantly doing 40, 50 miles an hour, which is really crazy. Got a lot of bikers, a lot of pedestrian walkers, so it's good to slow them down.
DelDOT says since 2020, there have been 9 accidents right at the location of this intersection, and the project is just a temporary solution. They're trying to see what works in order to keep everybody safe. This does, however, bring us to our CoastTV poll. We want to know what you think about four-way stops. Are they effective for traffic safety? Let's take a look at the updated results from earlier this evening, and it has only gone up every time that we've showed this. 80% saying yes, they are effective for traffic safety. If you want to be a part of this poll, it's easy to do. Go to coasttv.com or use the CoastTV mobile app. New at 11, the U.S. has reattached a problematic pier designed to help deliver aid into Gaza. President Biden called for the construction of the pier in his State of the Union address to open up humanitarian aid channels. The pier was constructed in April and began operations in May, but just a week later, operations were paused when bad weather broke the pier apart. It was towed back to Israel for repairs, then reinstalled in June. But on June 14th, the U.S. temporarily dismantled the pier again, this time in anticipation of bad weather and rough seas. 2 officials say the pier has since been re-anchored. So how important is this pier? Well, the Pentagon says the pier has allowed the delivery of 3,500 metric tons of aid. Let's take a live look outside into the Lewis area. We need to get a check on our weather from our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams.
Well, our high today, not really far off of the mark when you think about it. I mean, 84 is the average. 86 is where we ended up for today. We were still 10 degrees away from, tying the record high. And even though the first day of summer is going to be warm and humid, nothing compared to the first weekend of summer. That's a totally different situation. Now, keep in mind, we are in the general neighborhood of excessively warm conditions for us throughout the entire Northeast and the most northern county of the state, still under that. Now, these storms are also touching off this heat is touching off a lot of these storms, which is where you see all of these reports of structural damage from the storms that are sparked thanks to the fact that they're running through all this heat and humidity and all that energy. As far as our expectations for tomorrow, listen, we're going to hit 84 by lunchtime, and then we will be in the upper 80s by 4 o'clock with winds out of the south. Coming up, we are going to talk about heat indices in the 103 category, Charlie.
Thank you, Paul. A triple threat of dangerous weather is impacting millions of people across much of the U.S. Wednesday in the form of now deadly wildfires, extreme heat, and flooding from the year's first named storm swirling off the Gulf of Mexico. Laura Aguirre brings us more, including one severe weather expert who weighs in on how all these natural disasters differ from those in the past.
I don't want to do it, but for safety reasons, I have to.
Surfside Beach is among a number of Texas ocean fronts closed on Wednesday. Tropical storm Alberto, the first named storm of this year's Atlantic hurricane season, is around 185 miles off Tampico, Mexico. But it's sending heavy rain and a massive storm surge north.
Go down on the beach and you get sucked out. Ain't nobody gonna come help you.
Coastal cities like Galveston, Matagordo, and Corpus Christi already grappling with rising floodwaters pushed ashore by Alberto-fueled winds. Forecasters predict Alberto's impacts will spread across much of Texas now through Thursday, and also into New Mexico, where the rain could help crews battling devastating wildfires. Tens of thousands of acres in the state have been charred so far, along with hundreds of homes and businesses. Ruidoso is one of the villages where residents were forced to evacuate.
We don't know what's going to happen with our home.
We're in a really severe drought, but with the high temperatures, low humidities, and then we get wind, we're getting explosive wildfires in areas that traditionally wouldn't be in that condition.
Extreme heat and dry conditions also persist across the Midwest and Northeast Wednesday, with exceptionally high or record-breaking temperatures in many cities from Illinois up into Maine.
People will say, well, extreme weather has always occurred, and people agree, except that it's occurring at a frequency we've never seen.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
The pace of these severe weather events has FEMA worried about their funding. The agency's major disaster relief fund, that could be in the red by the end of just this summer, marking a shortfall of $1.3 billion come August. According to a May report, so far this year, the U.S. has been hit by 11 extreme weather disasters that is each one of those has cost north of $1 billion. New at 11, Delaware State Police have arrested 53-year-old Paul Rowan of Smyrna for 7th offense felony DUI. That happened yesterday after a crash that caused an injury in Hartley. According to troopers, a little after noon, they responded to an overturned Isuzu rodeo on the 2000 block of Slaughter Station Road. Both Rowan and his passenger, a 45-year-old woman, walked away from the crash, but both were ultimately taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. After he was released from the hospital, Rowan was charged with a number of crimes, including that 7th offense DUI, a felony, and first-degree vehicular assault, also a felony.
I'm Madeline Overturf, and here's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. A fiery tractor-trailer crash snarled traffic in Kent County. Take a look at this video. You can see the flames. This happened on Route 50 when two tractor-trailers collided around 2 a.m. We're told one driver was airlifted from the scene. Fire tore through a building at a Middletown golf course. Here you can see the damage at Back Creek Drive. No word yet if anybody was hurt. Good news in Chincoteague. Saltwater Cowboys say Martha Lou and Jubilation have been given the all clear to come back to the island after successfully beating swamp cancer. That's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. I'm Madeline Overturf.
These signs will have much stricter rules this summer in Ocean City. Shops on the boardwalk have to follow a set of rules that are given out by the Ocean City Council. You may have been following this story. Rules such as no putting their merchandise too far out onto the boardwalk and what types of items are permitted to be displayed outside their store. What was once a verbal warning as a first offense is now a $500 fine right away. Today we spoke with people about that big change.
Lots of people walking, got bikes going up and down during the day, so everybody needs to share the space and make sure people can get through without being impeded.
And here's the thing, Ocean City is going to use this summer as a test, and then we'll discuss the new display ordinance again come this fall. Sticking with the theme, or moving to the theme of traffic, we now go to Bethany Beach, where the speed limit on State Route 26, it's been brought down. You're going to want to pay attention so you don't get a ticket. The change follows an assessment by the Traffic Group, a national traffic engineering firm, which recommended lowering the speed limit from 35 to 30 miles per hour. That's within the town. DelDOT officials hope that this adjustment will make it safer for pedestrians, especially during the busy summer season.
We're a young family and we've been riding our bikes around a little bit more, and so something like that would make me feel more comfortable, maybe more awareness for people that are out of town, not comfortable driving these, we're not familiar with these roads.
The speed limit change to Route 26 will be effective immediately. New legislation would permanently abolish the death penalty here in Delaware. Delaware does not have the death penalty now, but this new bill would make sure that it stays that way. So follow me on the details here. House Bill 70 will instruct that any adult convicted of first-degree murder to instead be sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of probation, parole, or any other sentence reduction. Since 1973, advocates say at least 197 people were wrongly convicted and sentenced to death in the U.S. and have since been exonerated. House Bill 70 now moves to the Senate for consideration. If you plan to visit Fenwick Town Hall, quick note for you, the Town Hall parking lot is getting a bit of a facelift, so that lot is going to be closed now until Friday. That's for paving and striping work. The Seaford School District is investing further in school safety. The district says it's buying 4 more weapon detection systems. That means starting next school year, 4 of these systems will be used every day at the Seaford High School, and 2 systems will be used as needed at other schools in the district. The district says moving forward, students in grades 6 through 12 will be required to use clear backpacks, shoulder bags, or drawstring bags. We have more to get to this evening. Still to come tonight, Good Beats and Better Vibes, the summer concert series. And also Juneteenth celebrations, how Delmarva recognizes the day that marks the end of slavery in America.
Here's a look at your Bay forecast for Crisfield, pretty close to the norm for this time of the year to kick off the first official day of summertime. But look at Cambridge. We're going to go from the norm to above the norm to way above the norm. And this is just getting started. Wait till I tell you about this weekend.
Your Ford dealer presents America's all-time best-selling SUV, Ford Explorer. Bronco Sport with superb off-road ability. The fun, fuel-efficient Ford Escape. Want more? Visit your local Ford dealer. Right now, get 1.9% financing on select Ford SUVs. But hurry, this offer won't last long.
Scrambler, Ferris wheel, oyster sandwiches. The Hebron Fireman's Carnival is here. Bingo is ready to go and funnel cakes are ready to eat. Stop by for a family tradition of fun with rides, food, and games. Plus, this year the fire department is raffling off a Candy electric golf cart with trailer. Hebron Fireman's Carnival. Kitchen opens at 6:30, rides at 7:15. Go to HebronVFD.com for dates and times. Hebron Fireman's Carnival, located on Main Street next to the firehouse in Hebron.
Well, finally, it looks like we're going to cross the finish line from spring going into the beginning of the summer season. And the heat's going to remind us that we've changed season, if nothing else. Now, we did warm to 86 degrees for today. That's the norm for this time of the year. So it's not a big deal yet. But the heat, the big deal about the heat, we're not just crying wolf here. I mean, think about it. We have an excessive heat watch that's in effect for Newcastle. Now, that's not Kent and Sussex, as I've been saying all week long, but we're in the general zone of a high pressure system, which is the heat dome that's causing significant concerns for heat throughout the Northeast in general. So we're on the outer edge of that, or the lower edge of that right now. And so we're not going to escape its influence as we go into the weekend. So we have, just to kind of remind us what these definitions mean, remember, a heat advisory is when we're watching out for a heat index that's likely to happen 2 days in a row. That could be this Saturday and Sunday, to be honest. An excessive heat watch is when we're watching out for a heat event where the heat index is 100 to 104 between 24 to 72 hours out. A little bit of undetermined, or a little, it's still trying to be determined a little bit on that. But then an excessive heat warning is when we're definitely expecting the heat event in excess of 105 within 12 hours. That being said, you know, temperatures like, for example, in the 80s and all that, not an issue. But take a look at our highs for tomorrow. We'll be at 88 in Georgetown and Laurel, for example. We're looking at 85 in Cambridge, 87 in Vienna. And we'll warm to 85 in Snow Hill and Berlin with the winds primarily pushing out of the south. Now let's talk about the heat indexes, because that's our big story. First day of summer, not a really big deal. It's going to feel like 89, 90, pretty close. It's going to start feeling like 92 Friday. Then it's going to start feeling like 100 Saturday. It's going to feel like 101 to 103 on Sunday. That's what we're talking about. And even on Monday, we're still going to feel like 97 degrees, which is only 3 shy of 100 in the first place. So our muggy meter is going bonkers towards Saturday going into Sunday. Look, we're going up to the very humid category till we drop on Tuesday when we're expecting a chance of rain to kind of cool things off. But you take a look at Wallops Island, we're going to warm to 88 degrees by Sunday. Assateague Island, 81. We'll warm to 81 in Ocean City and 87 in South Bethany. But for the next 3 days, for example, in Dewey Beach and Henlopen, we're going to warm to 90 degrees in Cape Henlopen. So for tonight, a few scattered clouds hovering and 63 degrees. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and a quick warm-up with the wind still out of the south. Then Friday, the game changes Friday. All the way sunny, hardly a cloud in the sky, high pressure and that heat dome is directly over us by then. 92, winds out of the south. Don't be surprised if we have just about everybody at about 100 to 103 Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Finally, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling Extended Forecast. Yeah, we're expecting that heat to continue to stay cranked high until we get to Monday, where that rain could break that heat streak.
And now let's switch gears from weather to news. Today is Juneteenth, and in Milford you could find music, celebration, and commemoration. We take a closer look at why this national holiday is so important here on a local level.
The sound of music filled Milford Bicentennial Park. People coming out to celebrate Juneteenth, which commemorates the emancipation of slaves in the United States when they finally realized they were actually free to walk away from the plantation.
I just feel that Juneteenth is just about everybody. It's about everybody coming together, no matter what color you are, where you're from, just having a nice time, a nice family atmosphere.
In Milford, a sense of fellowship and honoring history, like the Milford Seven, the first integrated class to graduate in Milford in 1965.
And as a result of us hanging in tight, doing due diligence, we persevered. And because of our perseverance, because of their backbone, we stand on their backbone, and we persevered, we're able to make strides today and pave the road for others to follow.
This was the second annual celebration in Milford, with vendors and music and more. And organizers say there's more to come and more to learn.
Sometimes it's hard for people to see the importance of small events in the community, but this is where it starts. It starts small and then it grows as we go outside of our community.
On this Juneteenth, we honor our history and look forward to a future that should be brighter, better, and inclusive of everyone walking in freedom. Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams reporting, CoastTV News.
Also tonight, it's week 2 of summer concert series over at the Lewis Ferry Grounds. Tonight, music by Carbon Leaf and Shine Delphi pulsating through the sea air at this music festival layout. Guests could enjoy vendors, food trucks, and cocktails, some upgraded to a VIP lounge. Ooh la la. Coast TV's Mallory Metzner was the MC during the introductions for the bands. Tickets are on sale for the rest of the season, and we have a link on our website. Still to come, the 10 Commandments. Louisiana passing legislation to put them in every public school in the state. But there's some pushback. And next, Putin signs a partnership agreement finding friends or at least allies with North Korea.
Are you looking to transform your mobile home? Choosing a company that doesn't know the difference between a manufactured and a stick-built home can lead to major repairs in the future. At Delaware Mobile Home Repair, we work exclusively with manufactured homes. So whether you need your bathroom remodeled, new roofing, siding, or any other restoration or renovation on your mobile home, the team at Delaware Mobile Home Repair will get the job done right. Visit our website today and start your free estimate with Delaware Mobile Home Repair.
For every season, every weather moment, stay ahead with the CoastTV First Alert Weather Phone. Just call 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalas, Brockstead, and Federico.
Have you visited Tyndall's Casual Furniture this season?
Come see us!
Why shop online when you can explore Delmarva's exclusive Polywood dealer in person? See the finishes, feel the fabrics, and even sit on the furniture. From polymer to aluminum, wicker and epay, bring home the perfect blend of quality and design with Tyndall's, crafted to enhance your lifestyle. All of our furniture comes with professional assembly, and take advantage of our in-house white glove delivery. Tyndall's Casual Furniture, Delmarva's outdoor furniture experts.
Friday at 4 on Coast Life. It's a special episode airing on the Delmarva Sports Network. We're splashing and dashing at the Berlin bathtub races. We're bringing you all the pre-show excitement and behind-the-scenes action. Coast Life, Friday at 4 on DSN.
Weather shapes our lives. At Coast TV, First Alert Weather means we are always at work, ensuring you have the information you need.
We have a strong line that begins to press its way through central portions of Sussex.
Because we know how much weather matters to our coastal community.
Make sure you take cover from these storms.
In sunshine or storms, our promise is to guide, inform, and protect. Weather coverage that prioritizes you. Coast TV First Alert Weather. Your safety, our commitment. This is Coast TV News at 11.
Russian President Vladimir Putin is heading back to Russia after his one-day state visit to North Korea. During the trip, Putin and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un signed a defensive partnership agreement. The pact worried the West, who see it as a threat for regional and global security. Kim is one of the few world leaders to support Russia's invasion of Ukraine, and Moscow is seen as potentially an ally of Pyongyang in a possible confrontation with Seoul. Putin last visited Pyongyang in 2000 to improve ties with Kim's father, Kim Jong-il. There's new legislation in Louisiana requiring all public classrooms to display the Ten Commandments. The bill was signed into law today by Republican Governor Jeff Landry. Louisiana, the first state to require that the Ten Commandments be displayed in every public school classroom from kindergarten to state-funded universities. The displays, which will be paid for through donations, must be in place in classrooms by the start of 2025. Opponents question the law's constitutionality, and already the ACLU has announced that they are filing a lawsuit. Coming up in sports, a cross-conference matchup in Summer League basketball, Worcester Prep battling Indian River, and also a lot of hot weather on the way to the coast. How you can keep your pets cool and safe with this week's heat wave on the way.
Here's a look at your Gulf forecast. Listen, the conditions are going to look fine, but there's going to be more heat, which means you'll need more water and you'll need more shade.
We salute the National Guard. The National Guard serves as a unique dual-purpose force, supporting both community and country. Members are ready to respond at a moment's notice, whether to natural disasters at home or military engagements abroad. From the floods of New Orleans to the battlefields of Afghanistan, the National Guard has demonstrated steadfast commitment and adaptability. We salute all those who have served and continue to serve in the National Guard. Their dedication is crucial in protecting both state and nation, making them an integral part of our national defense and community resilience.
Spicer Brothers and Coast TV are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva. If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a Coast TV salute, go to coasttvsalutes.com.
Late Night with Seth Meyers. Late nights on Coast TV.
Do you have the right work truck? Do you have a Duramax engine with an Allison automatic transmission? First State Chevrolet is your commercial truck headquarters on Route 113 in Georgetown.
Save $10,000 on this new medium-duty dump truck.
Save $5,000 on this 2023 medium-duty chassis cab.
Save $9,000 on this new 2024 low-cab forward box truck.
Plus, we can service all your medium-duty work trucks in our state-of-the-art service department.
We're First State Chevy in Georgetown, where we put you, the customer, first. Together, let's drive.
Hi, I'm Sussex County farmer Blaine Hitchens, and I plant cover crops to improve my soil health. Cover crops help with nutrient cycling, weed suppression, and also reducing our input costs. I'm also improving water quality, and my soils are more productive, increasing my yield and bottom line. Healthy soils produce healthy crops. Cost share signups are going on now. To take advantage of the financial assistance, stop by the Conservation District to enroll in the Cover Crop Cost Share program, because every acre counts.
When it comes to protecting your home, don't take chances with just anyone. Trust the experts at Spicer Brothers. Join thousands of satisfied customers who've chosen us for our exceptional service, quality installation, and unbeatable warranties. Whether you need a roof replacement or just want to upgrade the look of your home, we've got you covered. And right now, save up to 20% on your new roof, plus enjoy no interest and no payments until 2026. For a roof that's done right, trust Spicer Brothers day and night, because you deserve the best.
Save the date, Friday, June 21st. Watch the 68th annual DFRC Blue Gold All-Star Football Game on the Delmarva Sports Network and the DSN app. See Delaware's best high school athletes compete while supporting DFRC's mission to enrich lives of Delawareans with intellectual disabilities. The game kicks off at 7. The DFRC Blue Gold Game, live from the University of Delaware, Friday, June 21st, only on the Delmarva Sports Network and the DSN app.
The best of the best pre-owned vehicles are at IGBurton.com, Delmarva's pre-owned headquarters. We sell only the best of the best, cars, trucks, and SUVs. And IG Burton will pay you top dollar for your trade-in, no matter what you drive. Shop the best of the best pre-owned vehicles right now at IGBurton.com. From vehicles under $10,000 to vehicles over $100,000. You'll find what you're looking for at IGBurton.com. Nobody beats a Burton deal on pre-owned. Nobody.
Heat stroke symptoms in humans are some that we all know. High body temperature, headaches, nausea. We can communicate those problems. But our furry friends, they can't really do that. Symptoms that your pet is having of heat stroke: excessive drooling and panting. Others include restlessness and collapsing. Quick fixes, the Brandywine Valley SPCA suggests, are moving dogs into the shade and wetting their paws and body with cool water. The SPCA says you can also offer small amounts of cool water to them. They also say to call the vet if you notice any of these signs getting bad. From your pets to your cars, if you drive an electric vehicle, these high temperatures, it could actually cause your car to lose range. In today's Consumer Watch, Jen Sullivan looks at why temperatures impact EVs and what drivers could do to help ensure that their cars perform well in that heat.
A record-breaking heat wave is sweeping across the U.S., with temperatures soaring to dangerous levels in the Northeast and Midwest. More than 260 million people will experience temperatures at or above 90 degrees this week, and the summer season is just getting underway.
We're seeing the sort of heat that you really don't expect to see well into July.
Keeping cool in the excessive heat can be a challenge. It can also take a toll on our cars, especially electric ones.
Electric cars don't enjoy really, really cold weather or really, really hot weather.
Andy Garberson works at Recurrent, a company that tracks the performance of EV batteries. They looked at more than 7,500 cars connected to Recurrent's platform and found that EVs can lose between 15 to 31% of their drivable range when the temperature soars to 95 degrees and above.
If you are driving in hot weather, there needs to be extra energy to power the air conditioner to keep you and the battery nice and comfortable.
EV owners can take steps to make sure their car performs better in the heat, such as never letting the charge drop extremely low, parking in the shade or in a garage. Greg Brannon with AAA found out firsthand what can happen when you park your car in the summer sun. He says his car's battery lost nearly 20% of its charge due to the heat.
What happened, because the car was probably 140 degrees inside from the temperature, and the car is literally using the energy out of the battery to keep that battery cool.
For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
In Summer League High School basketball tonight, a cross-conference matchup between Indian River and Worcester Prep. In Frankfort, Delaware, both programs looking to find some key pieces as they prepare for next season. Early on in this game, defense told the story. A lot of effort and hustle. On offense, Ashton Brown had 9 points in the first half for Indian River. Then in the fourth quarter, Preston Atkins knocking down 2 triples in the fourth, helping the Mallards take this game 23-19 over Indian River. To the MLB, Philadelphia taking on San Diego. Bryce Harper hit a solo homer in the third to tie this game up at 1. Then 2-1 Padres in the top of the 8th. Bases loaded, Kyle Higashioka drops it past Brandon Marsh in center field. 3 runs scored, giving San Diego a 5-1 lead. Bottom 8, Harper crushes another solo bomb, his 27th career multi-homer game and 2nd of the season, but it wasn't enough for Philadelphia as the Padres take the game 5-2. Over in the minor league, the Shorebirds fell to Fayetteville Woodpeckers 8-5. The Packers would go on to score 7 unanswered runs after falling down 5-1 to pull out the victory. Game 3 of the series takes place tomorrow at 6:35 p.m. And tomorrow on DSN at 7:30, don't miss the final episode of Into the Trenches, The Wildcat Legacy. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night.
Fort Miles summer hours are set to go into effect, or they are now in effect, Tuesdays, Saturday to 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Sunday hours, those are 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., so a little bit shorter. The hours are through September 9th. The museum offers a collection of military history to learn about our hometown heroes. We'll be right back.
The UV Index Weather Report is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism. Somewhere to smile about.
Summer Fun Open House Sale every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Super savings on affordable pontoons, Geno Cruisers, War Eagle fishing crab boats, all powered by Yamaha Outboard. Leftovers, discounts, closeouts. Take advantage of the lowest prices ever. Rudy Marine, where family boating begins.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation, where we bring the showroom to you.
Transform your bath today with Baths by Spicer Brothers.
Call now and ask about our Refresh for Less promotion and get a new bath or shower for only $69.95. Plus, get 20% off all upgrades.
Imagine stepping into a beautifully renovated bath designed by our experts and installed by our certified professionals.
This offer is hotter than a sauna and won't last forever. So don't miss out on our Refresh for Less promotion for just $69.95 with 20% off all upgrades.
Before you sign, keep Baths by Spicer Brothers in mind, because you deserve the best.
Hi, it's Peter from McQueen's, and on the last episode we defined what a classic car was, 1994 and below. Now we're going to define 95 to 2024 model year. We need those cars as well. Rare cars, exotic cars, supercars, low mileage cars. If you want to get rid of those, give us a call. We'll come get them. Seriously, we'll come get them. It's time for the ride of your dreams from McQueen's.
Help the cancer support community of Delaware with the Wings of Hope butterfly release Saturday, June 22nd at the Milton Memorial Park, starting at 9 a.m. Show your support for those who have been touched by cancer. Enjoy this family-friendly and rain or shine event with lots of kids' activities full of inspiration and ends with the release of hundreds of butterflies. Pre-purchase your live butterflies now for release. For more information, visit cancersupportdelaware.org.
Summer Fun Open House Sale every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Super savings on affordable pontoons, Geno Cruisers, War Eagle fishing crab boats, all powered by Yamaha Outboard. Leftovers, discounts, closeouts. Take advantage of the lowest prices ever. Rudy Marine, where family boating begins.
Real quickly, wanted to let you know that our umbrella giveaway winner is actually Earl Long of Rehoboth. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling. So our UV index, we've been talking about the heat, but not the UV index enough. It's going to be elevated, so you're going to need to grab that sunblock SPF 30 or above, because we're going to stay at 9. Catch up on the latest on your forecast by calling our weather line at 443-880-9100, sponsored by Baird, Mandalas, Brockstead, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling exclusive 10-day forecast. First day of summer, 89 degrees, feeling like the mid-90s more than likely. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, that's when we begin to accumulate heat. Don't be surprised if we were placed under a heat advisory, because we're looking at least possibly 2 days, Saturday and Sunday particularly, that we could see 100-degree heat indices. And then we'll continue with the heat till we get to Monday, where that rain should cut that heat down just a skosh.
Thank you, Paul, and thank you for joining us for Coast TV News at 11. For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is next, and we'll see you tomorrow morning for Coast TV News at 5 a.m. Have a great night.